I said howdy. She said hi. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. I have a 12:30 Zoom, and so I'm not going to do a whole lot of makeup. I'm going to do just a little bit of makeup, and wanted to come on and chit-chat while I do that. So if you are watching the replay, drop your number one item on your Christmas wish list. What is your number one item on your Christmas wish list? Whether it be material, whatever it is that you feel comfortable sharing, drop your number one item on your Christmas wish list. Let's see, what do we have, y'all? What do we have here? In the mist. So it is Tuesday, November 30th, the infamous last day of the month. And this is honestly, like, there is so much that can happen on the last day of the month at the 9th hour. And there's so much energy and momentum. People get really super duper excited, as they should, and it's just honestly a great time to be alive. The end of the month is really it's a beast. Like miracles literally happen. Magic really happens on the last day of the month. It's really amazing to see. It's fun to watch. I ain't gonna lie, I try to maintain my rank and get it early on in the month as possible. There are a few months where it's like, it's the last minute, but for the most part, what I've done is position myself to be able to do it earlier in the month. But it still is often a matter of like personal goals. Like, what is the goal that you set for the month? And that can and cannot include a rank, right? It might be a number of customers. It might be a number of new team members. It might be a lot of different things, right? And so whatever that is, that end of month magic still applies. Still applies. It's so funny how we just really don't say anything when we touch the brows. Clean her up. Had to clean it up, cleaned up. So that's all I'm really doing right today is some brows, some concealer, and primer and all that good stuff. So we're gonna move into primer. So end of month magic. Why the end of month is so magical? Like, I am gonna say from a sales management perspective, ideally it is better to have that same amount of consistent activity earlier on in the month instead of waiting until the last minute. And I'm not saying that everybody waits until the last minute. There's a lot of different reasons why sometimes things don't happen until the end of the month. But what I'm not saying here is wait until the end of the month and rely on magic. What I'm saying is do a consistent amount of activity all month long, because that's where ebbs and flows in sales comes from, right? Is from being inconsistent. Like, oh, I'm gonna work really, really hard. It's like marathon, right? I've used that analogy before. A relentless marathon of redundancy, right? And if you follow the relentless marathon of redundancy and you are doing activity, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that yet. Let me see if I can sneak some eye cream in here. When you use the eye cream as a primer, it really helps. I guess we're mixing the eye cream in with the concealer today, and that's okay. When you have that consistency in your sales, and I talk about this in my sales mastermind that I had this summer, when you have that consistent activity, that is where the magic actually is derived from at the end of the month, right? You're gonna, oh my God, I love it. I think I might do that all the time. So that consistent activity all month long is really where your end of month Hail Mary comes from. That consistent activity day by day by day, week by week by week, month by month by month is where your 9th hour miracle, 24th hour, 23rd hour miracle at the end of the month really comes from, is that consistent activity all month long. Okay, that's one part of where the magic comes from. The other part is the magic comes from is when it looks like it's not going to happen and you keep doing the work anyway. Because here's what some people do, right? It looks like it's not going to happen, so days before the end of the month, it's just not divine timing, and they kind of haphazardly do the work, right? They stop having that same excitement, and they get down and they think it's not going to happen. But the miracle comes from you doing the work even when it looks like it's not going to happen. My mentor says that faith is when it looks like it's not going to happen and you just keep acting as if it is. Keep doing the work. I'm not talking about that act as if that a lot of other people talk about, but the act as if, and you believe, you hold that tiny mustard seed of faith that is going to happen. It is not even faith if when it looks like it's not going to happen, you give up. It's faith, according to my mentor, and I don't even know that she came up with this. She might have gotten it from somewhere else, so don't quote me. But it's not faith until it looks like it's not going to happen, and then you still keep doing the work, and that's where the miracle is born. That is where that Hail Mary comes from, right? So I'm going to tell the story. I'm not going to share a name. Someone sent me a message this morning, and her and I have been going back and forth. She's watched my YouTubes on my videos on YouTube. We're with the same company, and she single mom. I totally can relate, but we were just having some conversation, and she's sharing, how she really wants to hit director. She hasn't hit director in a while, and every day you go to this girl's timeline, every day the work is there. Every day the work is there. She's going live, she's doing the reels, she's doing all the things, right? She's, making it plain and abundant that she is after this goal, right? And you can see it, and she's sharing with people where she is, and she's communicating what she needs, but she's not begging, she's not desperate. She's just stating, hey, this is where it is, and this is what I'm doing, and here's what I have to offer you. Here's what's great about the product. Here's what's great about the opportunity. And she's put up numbers, y'all. She's put up numbers. Yesterday, someone messages her and says, hey, I know other people with this company, but they don't need the money, so I just placed an order with you. And then they send her a screenshot of a very nice size order, okay, a very nice size order. Let's just say well over $300, okay? So they sent her the screenshot. They placed an order for well over $300 on Merry Monday. They took advantage of the 10%. They took advantage of the 20% as a first-time customer, and they, in a benefactory, in a spirit of Thanksgiving, they were intentional about where they placed their order, where it would have the most impact. and it was with this individual, and she went from looking at about $1,000 to hit her goal to now she's only 300 away, and she's probably had like a record personal sales month, right? And so that is what I mean about it is when they say faith it till you make it, that's literally what faithing it is. See, a lot of people, I'm telling you, they give up, they quit when they're literally 3 feet from goal because it doesn't look like it. And again, that's not faith. Faith is when it looks like it's not going to happen. And you say, I see the circumstances. I see that it looks like it's not going to happen. But I don't care. I'm going to keep doing the work anyway because I believe, I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen for me. And I just got to do my part. I'm willing and able to do my part. Right? I'm willing and able to do my part. So what is your part? What is your part? Your part is to first have faith. Your part is to know what you want and what is the impact of what it is that you want. What is that impact to you, to the world, to your customers, to your team of what you want? What difference is it going to make in people's lives? What difference is it going to make in the world? That is your part, right? That's part of your part, right? Your other part is to really be clear about what it is that you want. Really be absolutely unequivocally clear about what you want. A lot of y'all don't have what you want because you're not really clear on it, right? You're not clear on it to yourself. You're not clear on it to God. You're not clear on it to your teams. You're just not clear on it, partly because you don't know what it is you want. I had to do this year. I had to literally say, Tamira, what do you want? What do you want? Because I was really, really struggling with that. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, right? Not what everybody else says you should want, not what everybody else wants for you. What do you want, right? What do you want? And I'm going to be honest with you, the approval validation that you're seeking from other people is not going to be compelling enough for it to happen. It has to be, do you want it? Do you want to prove them wrong? Do you want to prove you right? I mean, that's like what really will drive me is proving other people wrong. That will like totally do it for me. That will do it for me in a handbag. I will get it done to prove a point. But if you want it to be lasting, it needs to be more than that, right? It needs to be more than that. Is it that you want to be home with your kids? Some people don't want to be home with their kids. Their kids bad, right? It might not be that. It might be, you know, I had somebody tell me they were tired of having to check the price, you know, their bank account to see if they could afford guacamole at the restaurant. You know, like that meme that says, if you ever hang out with some, you know, bougie black girls who have their stuff together, and you know how we just order what we want when we go out, don't think about it, and all that stuff, right? So it may be that. It may be. Wrong one. What is your why though? Is it that you want the freedom, right? For some people, freedom is not necessarily their kids being home with them while they work, but rather being able to afford somebody to be there and take care of their kids while they work, right? Or being able to afford having their kids in private schools. Like when I had kids at home, that would have been a big one for me. Being able to, because I had to make sacrifices for my kids to be in private school, right? And so it may be that. It may be, you know, a lot of different things. It may just, for some, it may be to be able to be with their ailing parent. It may be to, you know, a lot of different things. Whatever it is, you just got to dig deep though and figure it out. And it shouldn't be what other people are telling you that you should want. Because I'm going to be very honest, nobody, I don't know a single solitary person who went to third grade career day and said they want to do this, right? Nobody. And if they did, it was usually because it would have been because their parent told them that, because today's parents are like that. Especially because it's going to make good social media fodder, right? So you got to know what you want. You got to know the impact it's going to make to you and to others. You got to be able to communicate what you want. You got to be able to communicate your vision, what you see that impact being, and how you plan to use what you want for the greater good, right? Because in the case of this person, that's what she did. She literally made it plain. Every day she provided an update on where she was and what she needed. Every single day. She was not shy about it. There was no pride, because let me tell you, I can talk to you about pride because I have a whole lot of it, right? And in the last year, I've learned to not be so prideful, to state what it is that I need and let people know my goals and where I'm going and how they can help and support me. Because we hear a lot about people not supporting you. Most people want to support you. Most people really and truly want to support you. You just need to give them something to support. They don't know what to support and they don't know how they can support you. So when you get really good at communicating what it is that you need, who it is that you serve, and how you serve them, I can tell you from experience, it will make all the difference in the world. It will make all the difference in the world. I do think I want to do a little bit of contouring today, so we'll do that next. But we're not getting super duper fancy because I've only got one camera facing Zoom today. So we are only going to do what we're doing, and but I do want to slim my face down a little bit. So you want that Hail Mary at the end of the month? Start working now. Start working. Work now. Don't see, a lot of people only want to show up when it looks like there's something to show up for. Those people that have those stories that you think are an overnight success, that it happened really quickly for, it didn't really happen that fast for. It was really more like 10 years of steady and consistent activity. In a lot of cases, 5 years, 10 years, 7 years of steady and consistent activity, and then boom, all of a sudden they're there, right? But it wasn't just that. Y'all only see the result. You don't see all the disappointments, all the frustrations. And this is where communicating what you need in your vision to others is important, because they sometimes will not see it, and then they're going to try to protect you, and they're going to tell you, oh, it's time to leave that thing alone, oh, it's not making dollars, or it's not making sense, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. And again, that's where your faith comes in, your ability to be like, no, I see it, and you ain't gotta see it, right? It's my vision. God gave me the vision, not you. He might have given you a different vision, and that's fine. But this is for me, right? And what I was saying a little bit ago about nobody went to career day and said, this thing here is what I want to do. No, they didn't. I know I didn't. But I found it, and I love it, and I see what it can do for people. I know the difference it can make in people's lives. I've seen people take it and turn it into something bigger, right? I've seen people take it and be able to fund other dream businesses. I've seen people take it and be able to go on mission trips. I've seen people take it and be able to do a lot of things that they otherwise would not have done. Nobody's saying you have to quit a job. Nobody's saying you have to join a cult, because I ain't. I for sure ain't, right? This is what always happens. I say, oh, I'm just going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and next thing you know, got that sunshine in my pocket. So you want that Hail Mary? You want that 9th hour, midnight hour blessing? You want that midnight hour miracle? It's not, it's, I promise you, it's the summation of the work that you put in. It's everything that you've been doing, and you thought nobody was watching, and nobody was paying attention, and nobody cared, like my friend who sent me that message this morning, right? I took that as a sign, and that's why I had to come on here and talk to you, because that was like, okay. Especially, it lined right up with some reading I had been doing last night, and yeah, so, a little pink too, why not? Oh yeah, just, ooh wee baby, oh. And that is pretty much it. I think I might use a little brown liner. Cali Dream, since we did that little pop of peach. I think this is Cali Dream. It's so small, my reading glasses are not down here. Yeah, that's Cali Dream, like my baby. Like my baby girl. My glam baby girl, Cal. That is her first and middle name. It wasn't named after her, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I also like to do it with Midnight Plum, but I can't find my Midnight Plum. I think it might be in my laptop bag. So, back to the message though, because it's about time for me to go. Faith it till you make it. Don't slow up. Don't slow up now. What does Eric Thomas say? You're already in pain. You might as well get a reward for it. You're already in pain. You might as well get a reward for it. So don't slow up on that activity, y'all. Pick that activity up. If anything, pick it up, right? And I don't want to say this because I don't want to be like contradicting what I said, right? Here's the thing. Start today with that renewed focus, right? And really go after it with everything you got, right? Because the worst thing that can happen is you're setting yourself up for that early month, that early strong finish at the beginning of the month, right? But the key is to not stop. If you push now and it don't happen today, it might happen 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days from now, right? And if it happens 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days from now, you don't stop. You just keep barreling through, right? Keep barreling through until your body physically says, I is tired, I am shutting down, I am going to sleep, right? But if you start that right now in this moment and you give it all you got and you just go for it like there is nothing else to go for, you will be amazed at not only what can happen this month, but how it impacts you next month, okay? It's not just about right now. It's also about tomorrow, right? The worst thing you can do is quit when you're that close to goal. Way too close to goal to stop. Way too close. So keep going. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here because I got my Zoom. Hop on my Zoom. And be cute. I've got the sunshine in my pocket. But let's get it. Like, why not bet on you? Why not bet on you? Why are you not worth it? Why can everybody else have it but not you? There's no reason for that. I don't believe that. There's nobody out there saying, nope, nope, that's enough. Everybody gets it but her. Don't believe that. Don't believe that at all. Okay? So I'm going to put just a little bit of mattifying primer there, and I am out. And it's funny too, because people will swear I made a message about them, and it really isn't. But a hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. Okay. So I'm gonna go now, so I can get on my Zoom, and I feel and look pretty incredible with just a little bit of makeup. So I'm gonna go now. Talk to you later, but keep pushing. You got it. Keep pushing. Faith it till you make it. It's not faith until it looks like it's not going to happen, and you say it is going to happen. You believe with all your soul, with all your being, that it's going to happen, and your actions match your belief. Your actions match your belief, and that is when the miracles happen. So that is it. I will talk to y'all later. See you on the other side. Bye.